Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it is time for our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 377. Merry Christmas to all of you! It is Christmas Day 2020. I don't know what year you're going to be watching this in, so it is Christmas Day 2020, and our power has been turned back on here at the shop, and I am here. We've already done Christmas presents in the morning with the boys, and they have sent me on my way to tape this before Christmas dinner. I just called Mr. SMS to say it's going to take me a little longer than I thought, but thankfully, because of the way 2020 has been this year, it's just us for Christmas. So Christmas dinner will happen whenever I get home. I hope you all are having or had an amazing day with whomever you spent it with. I know that we're supposed to keep things very small this year, so I'm hoping that everybody had a wonderful day and made the most of Christmas this year. If there's ever a time to celebrate, now's the time. Why? 2021 is almost here. Woohoo! So, what do I have for you today? Well, I don't have winner chicken dinner because, again, our power was turned off here at the store for 2 days again. In the past 4 weeks, I believe our power has been turned off for 5 days total. And our power company, the Southern California Edison, turns off the power, not just to my business, but to entire neighborhoods in hopes of preventing a wildfire if there is a wind event here in Santa Clarita. So once the Santa Anas start to blow, the power company turns off the power in trying to prevent a fire to happen should a tree fall and hit a power line. We get that. I totally get that. A girl who's lost her house, hello, to a fire, hello. I understand them wanting to mitigate any type of fire potential that there is. Unfortunately, what it means is that I couldn't take my YouTube class yesterday on Christmas Eve, so I'm here today, but it also means that shipping slows down. Obviously, without any power, there's no way to process and ship. We do pack. We pack all the orders and get them ready, so all we have to do is slap a label on them. Don't get me wrong, we stay busy, but I'll be glad when the Santa Anas are gone for a little bit because they give you just a little bit of warning that your power's going to be shut off, and then they don't tell you for how long. So it's Christmas. We have power. Life is good. Very excited about that. Okay, so what do I have for you today? Well, no winner chicken dinner because we had no power to pull names to download the software and have it pull names. So next week I will announce 4 winners, assuming we have power. And if you want a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, there's a heart right around here. Move your cursor over it. Subscribe button's gonna come up. Just hit that subscribe button. I am working so hard to get to 100,000 subscribers. It would make my children very happy if I got to 100,000 subscribers. So we're working towards that. Once you subscribe, you can leave a comment on this YouTube. It has to be on this YouTube, and that comment can be anything that's nice. You had a great Christmas. You're looking forward to 2020. You got a puppy for Christmas. You Zoomed with your family for Christmas and had a great, you all had turkey dinner via Zoom. You just got a brand new job. You crafted something and you gave it to somebody and they loved it. Tell us anything that makes your heart happy because it will make our heart happy. And we'll approve that comment, and then you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. We pick 2 winners every week, so like I said, next week I'll have 4 of them for you, and you win a $25 gift card. And who knows, $25, you can buy something that you've always wanted, and well, you could buy something you've always wanted here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Now today I have got a flash sale for you. I have got brand new product from Simply Defined. That's my brand. Hello, I'm Simply Defined. So the only place you're gonna find Simply Defined is hello, Scrapbooking Made Simple. And I've got a couple new products. I've got the next release of Simply Defined dies, and there are 6 of them. You all know my dies are value priced. These are all full-size A2 dies. A2, most standard size, card size in the United States. There's tons of extras with these dies, and they retail for $13.99 unless you get the I Want It All bundle, and then you get all 6 dies for $59.99, which means they're $9.99 each. That's a smoking hot deal. And these are my designs. So they're also very limited. So when they are gone, they are gone. But I also have another new product for you. And this is the first of 3 sizes I will be bringing out to you. And I got this product. I convinced my friend at Find It. I convinced Remco to do it for me. So Find It Trading is manufacturing this for me. I had to smile through Zoom and say hello and please, and and Remco, he finally said, okay. And then I have a flash sale from Grafix for you. Now Grafix, you know, from the craft plastic that we sell and the acetate that we sell, but they also do shrink plastic and a ton of other products. And one of them is the product I have for you today. But what they had to go through to make this product for us so that we could offer it to you was above and beyond the call. Absolutely. So I think I'm going to tilt down and I'm going to get started for today. I've got a lot to show you, and it's mostly going to be using the flash sale product because I want you to see, even if you look at it as I show it to you the first time and you say, nope, nope, nope. Oh, that one I don't mind. That one I might use, but nope. I want you to see the different ways of using this product so that when you hear about it and you see the price on it, you're not going to want to just buy 1 pack. You're going to want a few because when they are gone, they are gone. No question about it. Never coming back. So I think we're ready to start. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you're looking forward to a brand new 2021. I'm going to tell you about something next week about my mom. My mom. I've got a story for you next week about my mom, and I might even have the resolution to the story by that time. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get going for today. It's good to have you here with me, and I'm just so excited to celebrate the holidays with you. Down we go. Bye. Okay. Down and zoom. I know I'm not so technically savvy here. I think that might be okay. A little bit more, maybe just a little bit. All right, we're gonna go with that. All right, so here is one of the dies that's part of the new Simply Defined collection. I did word dies. I usually do word dies at the end of the year, and I tried to do some words that maybe weren't so common out there, like light. And then you have lots of dies that are going to let you make your own sentiments. This one says, let your light shine. And the die comes with the let your light shine words, but it comes with so much more. Here is, let me see, this one was done by Claire, so let me put that back in Claire's pile. Here's another one, let your light shine on the world. And again, all the words come with the die. And this is part of the flash sale. So let's get started. And I think I'm going to start with the flash sale product. What is it? Well, that's a good question. It is not a vinyl. It's not a foil. It's a film, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's self-adhesive film from Grafix. Now, and it's in multiple colors and multiple patterns. And all self-adhesive. And wait until you see what we're going to do with this, we're going to turn it on its ear just a little bit. Just a little bit. You get 25 pieces, all self-adhesive. Every pack is going to be different. And these are some, well, these are the films that could be in your pack. You will get an assortment. You may get, well, you won't get all of them. You'll get an assortment of them. So every pack is randomly different. So you may get some of this, but you might not get any of that. And you might not get any of this, but you might get some of that. Most of them are between 2 and 4 sheets of any one film. So the assortments are really lovely, but these are all the different films that could come your way. Now I think I am gonna, really pretty, right? I think I am gonna go back up one more time just because I like to talk to you. I don't like to, if I have to say something, I want to say it to you. Okay, so this product is from Grafix. And again, Grafix is this great company that does plastics and acetate and film like this and craft plastic. And Haley, the owner, contacted me and she said, I have this product that we are looking to flash sale out. Would you be interested in having it for your customers? And I said, absolutely. She said, it's 12 by 12 pre-packed. So they already made the packs of assortments. And I said, Haley, I don't do 12 by 12 anything. We just don't ship it well. Not what we do. So I thought it was a deal gone nowhere. And then I get an email saying, what if we cut it to 6 by 6? So I called her and I talked to them and I said, Haley, 6 by 6? You mean you're going to unpackage? Because they had them packed. They thought they were going to sell them as 12 by 12 packs to somebody. And she said, no, what if we pulled the 12 by 12s out of each pack, cut it to a 6 by 6, and then put them in their own 6 by 6 packs? I'm like, that is a whole lot of man hours and labor. And she said, yeah, but do you think your customers would like it? And I said, oh my gosh, Haley, I can't imagine that they wouldn't love it when they see what we can do with it. So she said, okay, we'll do that. They had to take out every 12 by 12 pack. They had 25 full sheets of this. Then they cut them to 6 by 6, so they got 4 packs out of each one, and then they repackaged it up for you. I'm going to tell you the price forget about the price of the 12 by 12s because it was really expensive. But the 6 by 6s, if you were to buy them at retail, would run a little over $17 for 25 self-adhesive sheets of their film. We've got them for $4.99. It's amazing. $4.99. So you think about when we do the vinyl and we get 2 sheets of vinyl for $1.50. That's what we normally sell the GG vinyl for. 2 sheets of vinyl for $1.50. And then you're getting 12 packs of GG for at $1.50 a pack. You do the math, $4.99. But I can already hear you saying, well, some of these I would use and some of them I wouldn't. Wait till you see what we do with them. I think you're going to love it. And there might even be an aha moment in there for you. So I'm going to start with these packs and I'm going to start with die cutting first. Okay, so back down we go. Let me bring these back over. Bye. I think we all need to give Haley just a big kudos because what she did was so amazing for us so that we could bring these to you at a price that makes them so affordable for everybody. And again, you're going to get an assortment of what's in here. And I've got a couple different packs, a couple different assortments, 25 pieces. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to die cut with this because gosh, that's probably the easiest thing to do. And let's just grab, I don't know. What do I have? I guess we could grab a gold one. Let's grab a gold one. I have some more gold under here too. Okay, so when I peel this, what I want you to see is that it is kind of a film. It's not a foil and it's not a vellum, which means it doesn't bend and hold its shape, goes right back down, and it's opaque. So I could put this onto white or black paper right away, but why would I want to use good white or black paper when you don't see through it? So I went and I grabbed some old authentic paper. We don't carry it anymore, it's a random sheet. And I thought, well, what if I just pulled this off and put this right on top of that? Ta-da! Nobody is going to see underneath it. Nobody's going to know what paper is underneath it. So why use anything that's wonderful, that you love, 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 when you can get away with using something that came out of a pack of paper that you don't care about, or an old kit, or a color of cardstock that does not make your heart happy. Use that when you're using this. Now, why didn't I die cut out first and then put it onto paper? Well, if you've watched me try to do that, it is a challenge. Once you've got the die cut out, it's certainly more intricate and smaller to work with. So to peel it off and to lay it flat, not so easy. So I just went ahead and put it onto a random yucky piece of paper, and now I'm going to die cut. I also want to talk to you about the piece that I peeled off, what they call the liner piece. This is thick. This makes the most amazing stencils ever. If you take your dies and you want to make stencils out of them, save this. It is hardy. It is just beautiful. And because it has a gloss finish on one side, if you were to make a stencil out of this and put that gloss finish down against Stacy tape and then put glitter or whatever down, it's not going to stick. It's going to peel right up. This is a lovely piece to make a stencil out of, so I recommend you keep them. So I'm going to put that over there first. Now I'm going to bring over my die cutting machine, which is our Sizzix Big Shot machine, and today I am using a multi-purpose platform. So if you have a multi-purpose platform that's hinged, those are still sold, but they don't come with the machine anymore. Now they sell the machine with a base platform and one shim that goes on top, but it's not held in by hinges. They're just separate. If you have that, you're gonna use the machine just as we're using it today, and you're just gonna use that base platform with the one shim that they gave you so that your sandwich is complete. The die that I'm going to start with, I think, is the word kind. I think I'm going to use the word kind. So we're calling these mix and match dies because there's so many words in each set. Now you get the main die that says kind, but then you get all the words that add the extra sentiment to it. So you are too kind, you are my kind of friend, be kind to yourself, one of a kind, thanks for being so kind, some kind of wonderful. All of those additional words. Here's the main die. And then those are the extras. Why? Because I had space. Anytime I have space, I'm paying for the metal. I pay for the whole sheet of metal. I'm using all the metal. So I tried to fit in as many dies that would work with the word kind. But then these dies are standalone as well. You could use these dies just on their own to make a sentiment, or you can mix and match them with some of the other dies and some of the other words. So I am going to start with the word kind. This is not an intricate die. It doesn't have lots of detail to it. It's pretty much an open frame with the exception of the word kind, and even that's not overly detailed out. However, I am going to use my precision base plate today. Precision base plate. This is made by Sizzix. by Ellison for your big shot, your big kick, your vagabond. It is a plate that allows you to do intricate cut dies to where the little pieces just fall right on out. But I just said this one's not intricate. It's kind of almost an open frame die. It's a pretty simple die. Why would I want to use my precision base plate when I'm not doing an intricate die? Because that is not what it's for. Well, I'm asking the die to go through a piece of film that's adhesive and a piece of heavy cardstock from Authentique. Remember, the only thing on the die that's cutting that paper is these ridges. So I need to make sure I've got enough pressure on it to make that cut happen. It's all that's cutting on these, that's gonna cut this is these ridges. It's not a blade, so these are child friendly. They're called a wafer die because they're wafer thin, but obviously you can't cut anything too thick because it can only go the depth of the ridge. Now I've got my multi-purpose platform completely closed, or I've got my base plate with the shim that came with it right on top of it. I have got my precision base plate with the metal facing up. It doesn't matter if you have the older version that has the black top on it or a kind of gosh, I don't know, is it an iridescent black top? Doesn't make a difference. This is the 3rd generation of precision base plates. It's the chrome one and it's the one they now sell. If you are using your precision base plate, regardless of which one you have, and you can read the directions, I need you to stop and turn it over. You need to have that metal facing up. Then I'm going to put my paper down. I might trim this down just a little bit because it's 6 inches wide and so is my machine. So trim it down. I'm going to put my die right on it. I'm going to put a cut plate over the top and I'm going to send it through. Now because I'm using the precision base plate, I do not need another cut plate on the bottom. I just need one on the top. This precision base plate is acting as if it's the cut plate. So you don't need to have the precision base plate, a cut plate, the paper, the die, and another cut plate. It won't go through. It will be too thick to go through your machine. Now, you may hear some creaks and some cracks. It's okay. It could sound horrible, but yeah, but we're gonna go with it. I know that sounded awful, but you have to remember what we're asking it to cut. And just back for good measure. I don't have to rotate it because this isn't an intricate die. I know the creaks and cracks scare people, but it's okay. That's just your machine saying, oh, I'm making a really good cut. Okay, here's my die. Everything's a-okay. Here is, look at, see now I would definitely save this piece here because you still have all of this to use to cut. And think about how many words here you could cut out of this piece. And then I pop these out and I would save these pieces too. Same reason. You can cut words, you can cut flowers, you can cut butterflies. You've still got room here to cut. So I would definitely hold all of these pieces to the side and not get rid of them. Then pop out my little bits and pieces. So my word kind is all done. Piece of cake, easy peasy, right? Nice. Gosh, every pack I've opened so far has had the gold in it, and I've opened quite a few. I'm assuming, well, you're gonna get a whole collection of paper, so who knows what you're gonna get. Now, what do I do with this? Well, I can use this, certainly you can use this as an embellishment on your layouts. Absolutely. Certainly you can use this in your junk journaling, your mini albums, absolutely. And I wanted to make things easier for the SMS girls when our retail store was still open. Our retail store will open again. I just don't know when. We're gonna wait and see it, how everything goes and Once I know that it's okay to reopen, we will reopen the retail store. Now, I told you we came out with something, and I had to ask Remco from Find It Trading to do it for me, and he did. I did it with the original intent of the SMS girls. I brought out mats. Because we do so many in-store make and takes, and my girls love Find It Trading's cardstock. If you do any of the dot and do's, this is that linen cardstock that they have where it's smooth on one side and this beautiful linen texture on the other. But I needed it pre-cut to an A2 size and an A6 size and a 5x7 size. So I talked Remco into taking the cardstock that they manufacture right there in his facility and cutting it just for me into mats ready to go on your A2 cards. And again, A2 cards are the most common card size in the United States. I also will have A6 and 5x7 coming your way soon. You get 10 pieces, pre-cut, ready to go. Plop down on your card base. You've got your card front is already done. Perfect sizing. I was very excited. Now, it is linen on one side and smooth on the other. So you have a choice as to what side you want to use. And like I said, you get 10 sheets. And are you ready? It retails in the A2 size for $1.99 for all 10 sheets, ready to go. So I'm happy about the $1.99 price. I'm happy about the 10 sheets. My problem was I couldn't decide on what colors to choose. So I had him do it in all the colors they make. I now have 56 colors of this in stock. Seriously, 56 different colors at $1.99, 10 sheets each. But then you're also saying, okay, well now I see that. How do I get it on there? Well, don't forget the sticky dots. Easy peasy. These are also my product. Probably one of the best things I ever came out with in my entire life. Except for my children. What are these? These are sheets of hundreds of thousands of micro dots that are sticky. One side has nothing on it. One side has sticky dots. So what do? You open it up. You take your die cut, whatever it is, intricate, not intricate, put it down, close it up, give a good press. Now those dots are gonna adhere to my die cut everywhere the paper is. So anywhere you see empty space, those dots are gonna stay exactly there and you'll be able to use those later on. Only where my paper is. Give a good press, good press, good press. Pull up. And let's see if I got it. And bam! Done. Now I could go back through and I could take some of these dies and I could take this piece of paper and I could cut out You're My Kind of Friend, or what do we have? Some Kind of Wonderful, or You're Too Kind. That's it. You're too kind. You're my kind of friend. Be kind to yourself. One of a kind. I could use my micro dots and put those down as well. But easy peasy, mac and cheesy. Now, I put this on the smooth side. You have time to take this off before it becomes permanent. If for some reason you said, oh no, that's not what I want, you're gonna leave a few dots behind, but you'll be able to rub those right off so nobody ever knows that you had dots adhesive on the back side. And then I could put it on the side that has the linen texture. Now you could go back through and add more dots if you wanted to do it again. I have a feeling that there's more than enough on here to make it work. I feel like I'm slightly off. I think I am. I'm slightly off. Boy, if I'm not off, well, you know what? It's all good. If I'm not off one way, I'm off the other way. Yeah, see, I'm off, but that's okay. You got the idea. Ta-da! Now I'm on the textured side. And then once they go permanent, you won't be able to pull it off again. But you do have time to work with them. Sticky dots, 10 sheets. You're gonna love them, trust me. Everybody who's bought them has loved them. So, easy way to die cut using the film that we have from Grafix. I could continue to die cut. Like, let's do one more. Let's just do one more, and let's take one that's like really bold, like bold, bold, bold. How about, gosh, what color papers do I have over here? Oh, I don't know that this is gonna look pretty, but you know what? It's all good. We're gonna make it work. So this one's really kind of bold, and it's like, wow, in your face. But what if we die cut it? And I've got the light. I know light's kind of an unusual word, but I like the things that it says. The world needs your light. You light up my day. Let your light shine. Shine your light on the world. Be a light to the world. Light of my life. I think that those are different than what's currently out there on the market. That, you know, something different is always, it's always a challenge to come up with something new. And I wanted words that that could be used all the time and that were inspirational to some. Okay, so I'm going to take my film, and I've got a piece of paper that we're not using, and I'm just going to put it right on down because I want to use paper that does not make my heart happy because nobody's going to see it. Poof, gone. Cut it out. And let's bring, I'm going to hold on to the liner that I peeled off just because it's really nice. I'm going to bring my machine back over. I've got my multi-purpose platform completely closed, or my base plate with the one shim that they gave me. I've got my precision base plate, metal facing up. I've got my paper, my die with the ridges facing down. And my cutting pad. Now this one I've tweaked just a little bit. Can you see it's not 100% straight? I've got this corner a little bit higher than that corner. That way when it feeds into the machine, hopefully it doesn't make a loud ka-funk. It might, but if it does, don't worry, everything's fine. It's just that the die is hitting the roller at the exact same time all the way across. Let's see. No, not too bad. No, not bad at all. Okay, and let's send it back just for good measure. Because again, we're asking it, it's not an intricate die, but we are asking it to go through paper and film and adhesive, because there's adhesive on the back of the, whoo, is that bright? Okay, so I would save that. Because you can cut lots of little things out of that. And let's pop out. So you might want to save those too. Gosh, you could even save these because this makes a frame. Okay, well, lots of things you could save on this one, but I'm going to put those over there. And let's get out the little doodads. And let's pull out. I don't know which, no. Let's go with that one. So 10 pieces of A2 matting cardstock ready to go. Linen on one side, smooth on the other. Let's get my sticky dots. And down, some push, 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 a nice back rub. Pull it on up. It's got sticky on it right now. And I want it on the texture side. I love this color. This is one of my most favorite colors. I couldn't decide which ones to go with and which ones not to go with, so I went with all 56 colors. For that, Remco was happy. And look at that. Done. Bam. Easy peasy. All the cutting's done for you. Everything lines up. Use them on all your A2 cards. You don't have to use them with my dies. You can use them with anything. Instant matte. Instant done. Right? And then just fill in whatever you want to put in, or open the card up and you'll put the rest of the sentiment in there. Okay. So that's pretty simple. I get it. But what if you wanted to do something with this? You're like, Stacy, blue stars, I doubt I will ever use that. Oh, you think? Oh, wait a minute. Let's give blue stars a little go over, shall we? I mean, I like the blue stars, but of course, I understand they can be limiting to some extent. But what if I took an embossing folder? What if I took an embossing folder? And I put my blue stars in there. Now, before I do that, what do I want to do? I want to put it on some paper. You always want to put it on paper. Is that close? That's close. Is this one closer? That one's closer. I'll still have to trim it a little bit, but that's okay. Peel it off. Put it down. My paper's a little short, so I'm just going to trim that little bit off. No big deal. It's bigger than what I need anyway. And now let's bring over my embossing folder. So this is a Creative Expressions embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder. I will say the one thing, I love them. I do. I love all the Creative Expressions 3D embossing folders. The one thing that I am not crazy about is that it doesn't have a front and a back. Like they didn't put an index of their name somewhere so you know what's the top and the bottom. So I wrote emboss on one side and deboss on the other, so I know what's the top. Emboss is always the top. Deboss would always be, if you were doing, it would be the back side. So you can use either one, but you do want to make a little note of what's an emboss and a deboss. So I think, gosh, yeah, is that right? Did I do it backwards? No, that's emboss. So emboss means that the flowers are going to be sticking up when I run them through the machine. A deboss means that the flowers are going to be dented in. So you can just take a random piece of paper and do it both ways. So put it on an emboss, and then you could flip this over and put another piece of paper in so that you can see the two. And I think that will do that for you, just so you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to start with an emboss. Oh, and maybe I even cut this in half. No, I got plenty. Let's start with an emboss. I'm going to bring my machine over. This time I do not need the precision base plate. I do need my multi-purpose platform completely closed though. This is a 3D embossing folder, which means it's thicker than your standard embossing folder. I am not going to sandwich this like I normally would. Two plates and open up to tab 1, which is where it tells you to do embossing folders. If you have the newer machine, it's going to tell you to do embossing folders just with the base plate. I'm going to ask you to keep it all put together, and this time you're going to take that embossing folder and you're going to put it straight down onto your multi-purpose platform or your platform and shim, and you're going to use just one plate. That's going to allow you to use a 3D embossing folder in a Sizzix Big Shot machine. Otherwise, all the sandwiches are too thick. Now, it's going to feel like it's running through there pretty darn easy. I mean, it feels kind of like butter. Now I'm just going to go back and forth. And I have embossed on my foil and my paper. I'm going to quickly grab one more, and I'll just use this piece. And I'll need to cut it down a little bit. No big deal. This is just for you to see the difference. So there's one. I'm going to do the same thing. So I had done it with the emboss. So I had my paper face up on the side where I wrote emboss. Now I'm going to turn it over, and where it says deboss, I'm going to have my paper face up. And I'm going to run it through just so you can see the difference. And let's send it on through. And send it on back. Okay, now my little flowers are dented in as opposed to popping out. And you're like, I still don't like it, Stacy. I don't get the stars. I don't want the stars. I know, wait, you have to give me a moment. Sanding. This is a film. So underneath this film is a clear layer of plastic. If I start sanding this off, what's going to happen? You're going to be able to see what's on the bottom. So let's see if I just, and you want to give a light sand. You don't want to press so hard. It's better to take your time and do it lightly than try and be quick and press too hard. So I'm doing it over and over again, lightly. I'm not pressing too hard. And slowly but surely, the flowers are what you're going to start to see. The stars are going to kind of disappear. And where my sand it gadget is hitting the embossing, where it's raised, the film is coming off. Oh, you can see film's coming off. leaving me with the image of the flowers. This is the embossed side. What if I did the debossed side? Again, it's better to take your time to go over this again and again, lightly sanding. That way you don't leave scratches. We're trying to avoid scratches. So just take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. And what's going to start to come through is the paper that was underneath it. So what's coming through is that authentic paper underneath it. Can you see that? And what's left is the foil inside the debossed flowers. So it's two different looks. Here you're sanding away the background, leaving the flowers in the foily, filmy blue. And here you're keeping the background, but then sanding where the flowers are, so only the flowers come through. Do you like it with the background, or do you like it without the background? You choose. It's all how you put it into your embossing folder. And I could keep sanding gently until I've got it where I want it to be. Or if you're saying, well, that's okay, it's nice. What if we did it against white? Ooh. What if I pulled out, let's do the star, or no, let's do the hearts. Ooh, do I have plenty of heart paper? Let's see, I've got a couple sheets of heart. Let me pull let's pull some white paper. Okay, I've got hearts. Can you see them? Holographic kind of hearts on there. And maybe you love the hearts just the way it is, but maybe you want to be able to do something else with it. And what's the other embossing folder that I want to use? Ooh, I'll use that one. Okay, so I'm gonna peel off my film, place it on down, kind of trim it so it goes through my machine no problem. And let's do it again, just so I can do the emboss and the deboss. White paper. Oh, I have to trim this one down a lot. That's okay. So you don't have to keep it looking like hearts or like stars. No. You can take it and manipulate it into something that works with what you're trying to accomplish. Well, no, don't think outside the box. Forget there's a box. You can do this. All I did was emboss. Now I'm gonna take this flowery one. And I'm gonna do the same thing. So I've got two sides. I've got an emboss and a deboss side. And let's start with the embossing. So emboss, yes, this is an embossing side. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna bring my machine over, and this time I've got it against white paper, just white, plain old cardstock. Put it in there, and let's roll it through. And then let's roll it back. And then I'm gonna pull it out. And I'm literally just gonna flip it over and put my other paper in. Could you do both of them at the same time? I suppose so, but you really want the best embossing you can get. So because you're trying to go through paper and film and adhesive on the back of the film, it's best maybe to just do one of them at a time. Did I go all the way? Now I did. And back we go. And it does feel like it's not doing anything. It glides through so easy. Let's move that out of our way. And open. So here on the back, you can kind of get an idea. See how those flowers are kind of popped up? While these flowers are kind of down in. Two different, emboss and deboss. Let's grab a sanding block and gently, let's see what we get. Gently, just a very gentle sanding. Gently, take your time. Lightly, I'm not pressing hard. Not pressing hard. I'd rather take a little more time and sand a little bit lighter for a longer period of time than press really hard and end up with lots of scratches. I'm trying to not scratch the film. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, I know. That's lower than it's supposed to be. There we go. All right. How about that? You've got the beautiful holographic look to it, but you can't tell that those are hearts. As you move it and it shines and it's winking at you and it's saying, hello, you can't tell that the background was made with hearts. I mean, you may love the heart paper just as it is, but gosh, if you get 4 sheets of it, maybe you only need to make 1 heart card and you want to use the rest for something else. So then let's see what happens when we do the opposite. So this is the opposite way. Just keeping a loose wrist and just giving a good all over. See, film comes off in my hands. Now it's the opposite. Which one do you like better? The good thing is you don't have to choose. You got enough, you'll have enough to do either or. But it's another way to use the paper, to use the film without it being so heart. So hard. I did the blue one. Did I do the blue one in white? Hold on, let me see if I did a sample of the, I did. So I did the blue one. So here it is against the authentic background, but here it is against a white background. All I did was sand. So those stars are long gone and all you're left with is this holographic little pop here and there, not everywhere, a little holographic pop that is kind of winking at you saying, well, hello. And I could sand a little bit more if I wanted to, but you saw that I was gentle. I was not forceful, and that I'd rather take a little bit more time to do it and a little softer in my sanding to get the result that I want. Okay, so these don't look anything like this. And this doesn't look anything like that. You can do this. It all depends upon what color is at the bottom of your sandwich. Did you put it on? If I put this on red paper, red would be coming through. If I put it on the white paper, white would be coming through. It all depends upon what color you put as your base. That will make all the difference in the world when you do this. But you do not have to keep that film the way it is. You can change it up. But we're not done. We can change it up again one more time. Let me clean this off. And we'll move on and show you one more thing to be done with it. And then of course you can cut these down. Gosh, that looks good on that. Let's go. Zoop. And let's go here. And my mats are already pre-cut for me. So I don't have to cut a mat. I just have to cut my embossed, film. I don't know, it's not really a foil, and it's definitely not a vinyl. Am I close? Just a little bit further down. So let's go maybe there. And let's go maybe there. Oh, still a little more off the top. I'm ready to go. This is already cut for you. 10 per pack, $1.99. Cut that down to size. And I'm ready to go. Gosh, I wonder if the red one would look pretty against that red. Okay, I gotta move on. Stop it. Yeah. But it made my heart happy. Okay, so what's the next thing we're gonna do? We're still playing with the foil because I want you to see what all can be done with the foil. Remember, we die cut the foil and, well, film, I don't know, it's a film, not a foil. Gotta keep saying that. We die cut it. We've now embossed it and sanded it. So super cute. Doesn't look like stars anymore. Now we're gonna do something different. We're gonna play with permanent markers. Permanent markers, these are the Marabou permanent markers. They're very much like a Bic or a Sharpie marker. The only difference between these is these are a little bit more like fine art quality material. They're a better made product, and they are two-sided. You get a fine tip and a broader tip. So Bics and Sharpies do not come that way. These are lovely. Again, they're more of a fine art product than anything else, but they're sold at the price of a Bic or a Sharpie. However, can you do this with Bic or Sharpies? Yes. Will we have the Marabou on sale? Yes. Do a lot of you already have the Marabou? Yes. And I hope you like them because they're a beautiful product. What am I going to do with it? Well, this time I think I'm going to play with some of the silver maybe. Grab some of the silver and maybe the gold and maybe this weird silver. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this weird looking silvery, glittery, kind of iridescent-y, glittery, while this has got more like that brushed finish to it, as does this one. So what if I took, and I'm not even going to put it onto any paper yet. I'm going to wait. What if I took a dark blue, let's see if I can get a dark blue out of there. A dark blue and maybe a green and maybe a purple. I don't know, maybe a teal. Okay, let's try these. And what if I had a bottle of alcohol? Hand sanitizer, what have you got? Rubbing alcohol, this is 70. This is the Marabou hand sanitizer, which I believe is at 75% alcohol. So I'm using 75% alcohol. Anything higher is going to be fine too. And what if I just kind of colored on my craft mat? What if I just took it and went... Now I'm not scribbling all over and making a big pattern. I'm just getting some color down here. And then what if I hit it with a little bit of alcohol? And then what if I went in and I picked it up? And I made an easy peasy way of alcohol inking. Maybe some of you have never played with alcohol inks before and you're like, I'm not sure I'm ready to invest in alcohol inks. I sell alcohol inks. Yes, we do. We have Marabou. We just let Tim Holtz alcohol inks go to our going, gone. But what if you're like, I don't know if I want to spend $3 a bottle for alcohol inks. I want to play. I want to try. Can you do it on the film? Why, yes. Yes, you can. Why? Because the film is non-porous. And the ink inside a Bic, a Sharpie, or the Marabou permanent markers is an alcohol-based ink. Would I use my Copics to do this? Maybe if I had Copic re-inkers, I might, but I wouldn't use my Copics. That ink is very expensive to do this with. I want to say that these are like maybe $19 on sale. Like, I don't remember what they are there, but you're going to get 24 markers for that. Or if you have Bics or Sharpies already, you can certainly try with that. Again, I'm not making big patterns because I need that color to be concentrated. Mind you, this is not a replacement for alcohol ink because the saturation of color is not as strong as if you were using a standard alcohol ink product. But if you've never played with it before, or you don't have time to pull out your alcohol inks and you just want to do something quick and easy, this will get the job done. And you can start alcohol inking. Now, Can you put the color straight here? You can, but you have to be careful because when you color onto the film, it can leave the lines so that you're stuck seeing them and you can't get rid of them. Also, I'm cleaning up, I'm just wiping down between each color. So I start with a clean palette all over again. And I could layer upon layer upon layer my color. So now I've got a purple. And look, do you see I'm just making a small little, just a little squiggle, just a nice amount of color. Alcohol inks you would normally drop all over the place and then you'd mist it or squirt it, and this I just want a single color. Put a little bit of alcohol on there and then come in and pick it up. And below, before you know it, lo and behold, you're alcohol inking. I could put a whole mist down and then really smudge it. It's really up to you. What do you want it to look like? If I want more blue, I'm going to clean this up. And as it dries, the definition comes out. Now I really smudged that. So if I wanted more color to it, all I have to do is go back and lay down some color. It has to be done with a permanent type of ink because permanent inks are alcohol based, which means they dry like that. You can't use a dye-based ink or a pigment-based ink because they're never going to dry on your film or your plastic or whatever you're using that's non-porous. Will this only work on this film? No, of course not. If you've got other non-porous materials that you want to play with, play. Look at that color. Holy smokes, that color is beautiful. And I can just play and layer and add until my little heart is content. I want a little more purple in there. Pull this up. Grab that purple. You really can never go wrong with alcohol ink because if you really don't like it, you can take the alcohol and pretty much wipe it all off if you wanted to start over again. So a little more purple. Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that. Oh, and I like that. And a little bit there. And you're alcohol inking. Who knew? And then what you do with it is up to you. And if you really don't like it, you can start all over again. Now I use the warm or the cool colors on the silver because silver tends to like cooler colors. And could I mist this with ink right now, or with the alcohol and kind of mist it? Yes, and what it's going to do is it's going to make little spots. I suppose I could even try and drop some of it. But if see, I misted it and see, it instantly made that into little spots. So it added a texture to it. See what it did? It kind of broke it up, and then you can move it around a little bit and make it what you want. But you can alcohol ink, especially if you've never played. Again, it doesn't take the place of really nice alcohol inks. It doesn't. But it does give you an opportunity to get in there and try and see if you like it, especially when you're using film. That's $4.99 for 25. See, I can go in there and pick it up with my paper towel. And I could go in and add. You just need to you want to make sure your paper towel is good and wet. You want to be sure you get it in there. And then you kind of move it around a little bit. It's not as good as turning it over, but you can go in there and add some color. If you want your green, if you know that you're missing a color someplace and you want to be specific about it. Oops. I just want to make sure that those lines don't look like lines. There, I added a little bit more green to it. Not much, hard to see. Easier if you go, but you lose control. You do lose control this way. You have to just give in, give up, give over, and let it be. I'm just laying some color down. Just a little area. Hit it with my alcohol. And then go in and just kind of pick it up. I love it. I love it. And then once it's dry, and it doesn't take long for it to dry, then you can die cut, you can emboss, you can stamp on it. What do you do with your other alcohol inks? Lots of people will take a Stays On or Archival, and they'll ink up a stamp and they'll stamp on it. We could absolutely take it and die cut out of it. Let's try with the gold. What do you think? Did you think about doing that with this foil for $4.99? Let me grab, I think I'm gonna grab some reds and maybe even a black. Let's start with the red first. I'm gonna put some red down. And I'd rather layer my color multiple times than try to get it all done in one fell swoop. So I've got some red, and you'll be able to see it when I hit it with the alcohol. Oh, that almost looks a little orange. And it's probably got the blue. It does, it still has blue on there. Okay, let me clean my mat. Oh yeah. Okay, so I don't want the blue. So I'm just gonna clean it off. Let's see if I've got enough of it. So I took my alcohol and I sprayed and wiped it off so I can start again. And let's, you know what, maybe this is a deeper red. Okay, I've got a little area. Let's see if this is more red than orange. Oh yeah, okay. And hopefully I don't have too much blue. Oh, no more blue. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm just trying to get some red everywhere. I'm gonna wipe up just to make sure it's dry. I'm gonna put a little more red down. Woo, don't need that. A little more red down. And spray. And let's get some over here. Okay. Okay, I've got some red going on. Now let's throw some black down and see what happens. A little bit of black. And a little bit of spray. And let's come in here and grab some of the black. Ooh, I like the black. I like the black and the red. Ooh, I like. And let's dry it up and let's put some more black down. I want to get it really dark. Now it doesn't look like it's leaving anything on my mat, but when I hit it with my alcohol, all of a sudden that black comes right up and you can see what you've got. Okay, and then maybe just a little more red. And you just do it until your heart is happy and you just layer your colors. And what have I used? I've used a piece of inexpensive, because it's on a flash sale, film, self-adhesive. I've used some big Sharpies or Marabou markers. Ooh. My total investment in this is pretty minimal, but your total return on it is pretty maximum. And you just play until you get it where you want it. And then if I wanted to hit it with some of this, my alcohol, it would add a little bit of a texture. Shoot. And you can see that it's just starting to add a little bit of a texture to it. And bam! You got backgrounds ready to go. I think I want a little more red up there, but oh, do I have a moment? I do. Sorry. Let's just do a little bit more red. And this one seems more orangey. Let's get a little bit more red. And a little bit of alcohol. Make my red. Oh, yeah. Okay, see? And now you're layering color on top of color on top of color. So cool. And super easy. And use this weird film. Totally self-adhesive. Now I can decide what I want to do with it. Now I can put it onto a yucky piece of background paper and die cut with it, or I could put it onto a yucky piece of paper and stamp something on it. Nobody's going to see the paper that's behind it. Nobody. Gosh, I almost feel bad about cutting this. It's all dry, permanent, unless you throw alcohol on top of it. I almost feel icky about cutting this, but because it's so pretty. But let's grab one of the words and we'll send it through the die cutting machine and see what we get. So let's grab kind. Let's bring the die cutting machine back over. Did you think when you saw the foil to begin with, all of these different things were possible? And if you did, wahoo kachoo, then you know how valuable that foil is for $4.99. My dies are lovely. I like my dies. You know, you either like them or you don't. They are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. Gosh, what do I want? So here I can kind of decide what I want in my... Maybe I'll do there. And let's see what we get. What's the worst that could happen? Ooh, I know that sound is horrible, but it's okay. Oh, I know. So I would absolutely save these pieces because I could do something with them. So there's my kind, all alcohol inked up. And then let's grab a piece of red. Oh, how pretty. And my sticky dots. And put this down and get some of my sticky dots and pull it up. Look at that, look good. And I use markers. If you've ever wanted to play with alcohol inks but were never sure if it was your thing, well, talk about an easy peasy, and I used yucky paper, talk about an easy peasy way of finding out if it's your thing. I forgot to get that little piece out. There we go. And then let's... Poof! You got this. You can do this. Look at how pretty that would be on that background. Ooh. Nope, I like the blue. Let's trim that down. Maybe like that. I don't know, let's trim it down, see what we get. Gosh, with 56 colors, I accidentally just cut it, but that's all right. With 56 colors, you got a lot of cardstock to choose from. All matted and ready to go. Right, the right mat size. We'll be bringing out the A6 and the 5x7 in the first part of next year. What do you think? You like the alcohol ink? Are you saying, no, I'm not loving the alcohol ink at all, Stacy, but holy smokes, artichokes, I did like, what did I do with that little piece? Oh, it's right here. Huh, where's my sticky dot? I did like very much the embossing. Or are you like, well, the embossing was kind of okay, but that alcohol ink rocked? Or are you like, I just want a die cut with it. I liked it just the way it was. So are you all about that? Or are you all about that? Or are you all about that? But you don't have to decide because you get it all with the film for $4.99, which is why I said one package is probably not going to do you, because when it is gone, it is gone. They are cutting all of the 12 by 12 packs down to 6 by 6 for us. And then it is up to you what to do with them. You have options. So many options with this. Not to mention 6 new dies that give you as many options as the paper because of all of the words that come with it at a value price. All of this is at a value price. It's a great way to go into 2021, starting with your collection with things that are affordable and multi-purposeful. You're going to get more than one use out of all of this. All of these items you're going to get more than one use out of. Okay, so, gosh, what did we talk about today? Well, the first thing is we talked about the flash sale and all the pretty film you're going to get. You get 25 random sheets. Most of the time you get between 2 and 4 of any given sheet, and it could be a collection of, there's about 15 different sheets that you can get, and you're just going to get a collection of them. But if you find some that you're not overly happy with, that's where the embossing comes in, or the alcohol inking comes in, where you can take them and then make them something more than what they started out to be. And alcohol ink all we used was the Marabou markers. They're permanent markers. These are a little more fine art. They're a little nicer quality. They have both sides. They have a fine tip and a broader tip. Do you have to buy these? No. If you have Bic and Sharpie markers, go ahead and give that a whirl. Do you have hand sanitizer or alcohol that's at 70-75% or higher? That's all I use today. These bottles from Couture Creations will be coming in early 2021, and they're the best bottle I have ever used. So the mist is fine. You can lock it in. You can lock it in place. I forget how to. Let's see. It goes up, and then do you move it over? Yeah, you move. You can. Oh, there. You can lock it in place so it doesn't squirt, and then you move it down. So up and over to lock it and down, and it's a beautiful fine mist, really. As soon as I can get my hands on all these bottles, you will have them. They're beautiful. And then the dies that I have for you. And well, okay, so let's show you some samples. First off, I don't even know how to begin to do this. Cardstock. What color makes your heart happy? I have 56 colors of new Simply Defined A2 size pre-mat, ready to go right onto your card bases, your pictures. You can use them in your scrapbooks. You can use them in altered art. You can use them, gosh, just about anywhere because they're already cut for you. No guessing, no cutting, no having to trim, getting out the cutter, and every color your heart could possibly imagine. Like I said, each one of these is different color. There's no duplicates in here. I know, I probably should have gone and taken 12 at a time, but I didn't. I just did all 56 colors all at once. $1.99 for 10 sheets. Then we have the Marabou markers, which will be on sale, absolutely. We've got, I'll put the 2 embossing folders that I used. I'll put these on sale on a YouTube Yummy at 20% off. The Marabou markers will be at 20% off. My product is, it is what it is. I can't go any lower than I've already got it. And then we've got the flash sale. You're gonna love it. The film that they have and all the different things that can be done with it. And being that it's self-adhesive, it's ready to go. You're just gonna love it. And then last but not least, I have my dies. So let me show you these and then I can move on to samples. So let's see, this is you, and where's welcome? Where's welcome? Okay, so we have the you and the welcome. And here they are on the storyboards. So there's the you with the scallop. And so sweet of you, thinking of you, praying for you, I'm proud of you, love you, you got this, you are enough. So, there you go, tons. Then you've got welcome in a totally different shape of a frame, and welcome home, welcome little one, welcome we missed you, welcome to the family, welcome fall, welcome spring, welcome winter, welcome summer, all the little extras, the I missed you, the we missed you. So all of that is included. And again, they're $13.99 if you just want one, but if you get the I Want It All bundle, then they're $9.99 each, and that includes all the extras. So there's the first 2. Then we have kind and light. So I used kind and light today. So there's kind, and you can mix and match. So some kind of wonderful, be kind to yourself. Thanks for being so kind. You are so kind. You're my kind of friend. I mean, there's just a ton of different things that you can make with them. And then the light. Let your light shine. You light up my life. There's so many things that you can say. Oh my gosh, there's so many different sentiments, so many different that you can do. I don't even know what I wrote, or what I already said to you. Let me find the word "the light" and read some of them. The world needs your light. You light up my day. Let your light shine. Shine your light on the world. Be a light to the world. Light of my life. So light. Lots to be done, but then you can take these words and mix these words with these words and mix those words with the words that I already showed you. So you can see why we called them mix and match. Then we have today. Make today amazing. Today is a blessing. Enjoy today. Today is full of possibilities. Live for today. Today is a new day. So there's today, and then sorry. Please forgive me. It's hard to read upside down. Sorry I hurt your feelings. Sorry for your loss. We are so sorry. I am so sorry. All with the sorry. So 6 words, limited. When they're gone, they're gone. Kind of like the flash sale. Now samples. Let's start with Sharon and Sharon's samples and Belinda's samples. So here is Belinda. Just simple. And she didn't use one of the dies. She used a piece of ephemera from something else that worked with you. Think of all the stamps you already have, all the word stamps that you can utilize with it. Let me grab the rest of Belinda's. Today, let's party. Well, it is Christmas, so. And here we have, welcome. It's a good day for a good day. So Belinda. Then we have Sharon. I'm so proud of you. How pretty is that card? And welcome home, little one. Welcome home, little one. And how pretty is this? You light up my life. On a tone on tone. You are one kind of wonderful friend. And then the one behind it, I'm so sorry for your loss. These are all Sharon. And boy, don't we need this. Today, a new beginning. Every day's a new beginning. Every day has the possibility of something wonderful. It really does. And then let's look at Elena. Oh, well, let's look at the ones that we did with some foils. And then, because Elena's got a layout there at the bottom. So these were all done using film foil from Grafix. Look at Live for Today, and we kept the stars. But when you die cut it, it doesn't become so much in your face. Those stars are just a pretty little accent. And then let your light shine. These were all done with the films. A very warm welcome. You are some kind of wonderful. Done with the hearts. And now that you see it with the hearts, and that was done with the hearts aren't so in your face. It just adds a little element to it. Sorry for your loss. All done with the Grafix flash sale film and my dies. Love you. And then she cut little hearts out of the hearts. So kind of you. Look how pretty this one is. Welcome. Look at how pretty that is. So proud of you. Who wouldn't love this card? Today, live for possibilities. And then I have Claire. And I already showed you this one. And this she just did with my finger daubers with different inks. Just literally taking the finger daubers. And you're my kind of friend. All the words come with the dies. And welcome winter, because you get welcome spring, summer, winter, and fall. These are all Claire. Sorry for your loss. Welcome home. And here she cut the word home out of another paper. How great is that? So sweet of you. Oh, this one's so pretty, Claire. You are loved. So pretty. Love you so much. She stamped the love and the so much. Make today amazing. This is all Claire. Bless her heart. Welcome, little one. And sorry for your loss. So that is all Claire. Then we have Doris. Today may separate us, but somewhere our souls are holding hands. So she used the today, but then she used a sentiment stamp, probably from Verses, to do this one. So you don't have to use the words, the extra dies that come with them to make your sentiments. You can absolutely pull them from stamp sets you already have. You are so kind, my friend. Let your light shine. I know light's an odd word to choose. I think some of these words were a little odd, you know, they're not the norm, but a very warm welcome. How pretty is that? That's the same one that did welcome little one for a baby. Think about all the different things you can do with these. They are meant to be used again and again and again. I am so sorry. Sorry I hurt your feelings. Sorry for your loss. Sometimes you just need to say sorry. It happens. And then Elena. So Elena has light and believe in yourself. Elena, you didn't tell me to open these. I hope I wasn't supposed to open anybody else's. And today, It's time to celebrate. Happy birthday. And again, she used stamps, not the dies. And here you have welcome home. Am I supposed to open it, Elena? Oh, no, welcome home. And she stamped the home. She didn't use one of the dies. She just used the, whoa, sorry, Elena, the welcome, and then pieced it back together. What a pretty piece of paper. All the paper she used was beautiful. Look at it. That's gorgeous. And she's got a little heart in there. So pretty. I love the paper you used, Elena. And then sorry. And she's layered the paper back in. Oops, sorry. Sincere condolences. And then you. Are special to us. Okay, that works. And she just hand wrote that in. And then kind of you. Thank you. So these are all Elena's. And then she did do a layout. So we've got a 12 by 12 layout. And here she cut the word out and just used the frame. Same here. She just used the frame for the dies, and then she welcome today for a layout. All right, you guys. Well, it was a lot. I know. But like I said, hopefully you took from it something that, I gotta tilt on back. Hopefully you took from it something that you hadn't thought about, or maybe forgotten about, or maybe just went, you never even knew it could. Wouldn't that be wonderful if after each lesson there's a little bit of something, just a little bit of a nugget that lodges into that crafty brain of yours and gives you the encouragement to try. Just try. And as you try, you'll find things that you love to do, and you'll find things that you thought you might love to do, but decided, no, this isn't for me at all. We all are different types of crafters. We all gravitate towards different things, but if you don't try, you will never, ever know. So I'm happy to bring this flash sale to you from Grafix, and for $4.99, it's a slam bang home run type of deal. And I'm happy to bring my dies to you for a price that makes them affordable for more than just a few. So they are full A2 size dies that $13.99 if you just love one, $9.99 if you want to get all six in the I want it all. And those are comparative to dies that are being sold for $18.99, sometimes $20.99, in the same size with the same kind of quantity of product you get with it. And then there's the Marabou markers and the cardstock that I was able to convince Remco at Find It Trading to cut just for us. All 56 colors. You get 10 sheets of A2 size mats ready to go for $1.99. And if you can't find a color you like, you really weren't looking for cardstock. So it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas in 2020, and looking forward to a brand new year, a new start, a new outlook, a new perspective, maybe it's a new love for you, maybe it's a new job for you, maybe it's a new home for you, maybe it's a new puppy or a fur baby for you. Whatever is coming your way, it's got to be great. I'm just sure of that. So where do you find all of these things? Well, you find them at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Shop local if you can. I don't know how much of this product is actually going to be local because it's mostly mine in a flash sale, but shucks, if you can, shop local, and if not, then come shop with us. I will see you all next week. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.